So they ask the question in the interview, and then you give the answer that you've been rehearsing. And you think, great. And then the problem is they say, well, yeah, but we still need an answer to this question. So, and then they ask the question again. And then a lot of people think, especially young people, they think like, oh no, I didn't rehearse this. It's like I've already given my answer, but my answer wasn't good enough. They're asking me again, what do I say now? Right? Here's what you do. Okay, especially for questions like the salary expectations or what's your greatest weakness or like any of those questions that are trap questions. You know, it's not a good question where they're giving you the floor and you're allowed to sort of make your pitch. These are bad questions. This is like we're trying to entrap you and now you have to wiggle out of it, right? And you've given us your answer, but in some way we've said like, no, that's not good enough. And then they ask you the question again, right? Here's what you do. You give your answer again. You give the same answer again, but with a smile on your face. So for example, they say, what's your salary expectations? And you say something like, well, you know, to be honest, it's kind of really early in this process. You know, like I know the job description, I know the job posting, but I don't know any other details of this job. I would need to know a lot more details before I could really give you an accurate answer on that. Right? So I can't say at this point. There's your answer, right? And they say, okay, yeah, you know, fair enough. We understand that. We realize this early, but listen, the way it works for us, our process is we need to know what are your salary expectations, right? So they ask you it again. And you say, well, listen, I understand that, but like I've just explained, unfortunately, I really can't give you that. Not at the moment because it's very early. I only know the job description and very little else, including some really important things I would need to be able to make a determination on that. So I'd just be pulling a number out of the air right now. So like I said, I can't really say at this point. Hopefully that makes sense. They get the same answer again. And that's the only thing that they're going to get. It doesn't matter how many times they ask the question. That's their answer. It's not my fault that you're not satisfied with it. But I'm saying it in a very pleasant way because I'm not creating awkwardness around this. You know, a lot of people feel social pressure. Oh no, I gotta do better. It's like, no, you don't. If the answer is you can't say, the answer is you can't say. And you know that just going off script and pulling a number out of the air and saying it is going to hurt you, right? That's the situation. That's what they want. So I'm sorry, I'm wriggling out of this trap. Unfortunately, I can't say at this moment. I'm ready for the next question. You know, you try to, do you call that a smile? A smile is like that. It's not really a smile. It's just you're looking pleasant, friendly, and approachable. Just like this, right? I'm trying to look friendly, pleasant, and approachable, right? Even to people that are being rude and condescending and inappropriate, you know, because I'm not the one causing any kind of awkwardness here. I'm being fully pleasant and accommodating. So remember that. They may try this in job interviews to apply social pressure to you, to get you to answer a question that either is bad for you or is inappropriate, or it's even illegal for them to ask. They'll put pressure on you to answer it. Don't fall into that trap. Just give the same answer again, only this time with an even bigger smile. If you do mock interviews, like with a friend or family member, where you do pretend job interviews as practice to prepare you to do like a job interview, you could even say like, you know, don't be too shy to play a little hardball with me. I need to be prepared for those kind of situations too. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense.